Praise God, praise God. What a joy it is to be your host once again. I'm so excited to be your host this evening, and I believe we're going to have an awesome time. I'm so looking forward to today, and I just want to welcome everybody watching on YouTube, and I want to also welcome everybody watching on Facebook. Today it's our first time streaming on YouTube, and I believe that people are going to enjoy it as well. And I'm so excited for all those that are watching on Facebook. I saw that. Let's just read who's watching there. I see Khomotso KG is watching. Welcome, Khomotso. Good to see you. Tabo is watching. Welcome, Tabo. Good to see you. And I see Tato Mofukeng is also watching. Wow, this is exciting. And I see also Osjeku is watching. Welcome, Osjeku. Good to see you. Patuchezo is watching. Welcome, Patuchezo. Kani Sileme is watching. Welcome, Kani. Good to see you. Memam Lefe is watching. Welcome, Memam Lefe. Good to see you. And we have Tsepang watching. Welcome, Tsepang. Good to see you. And we have my beautiful wife watching. Welcome, wifey. Good to see you. And I see Leboang Matlangu is watching. Welcome, Leboang. Good to see you guys. I'm so excited to be your host today, and I believe you're going to have an awesome time. And I trust that you are sitting with your coffee or tea. You are seated at the warm place, and I believe that we're gonna have an awesome time. I'm your driver today, and I'm gonna ask you to please share the feed with people that follow you. Make sure that you are sharing the feed. I see Bafana Nkosi is watching from YouTube. Welcome, Bafana Nkosi. Good to see you. And Tato Mufukeng, welcome, Tato. Good to see you. So I'm so excited to have you guys on today's chat. And yeah, please share the feed if you are watching on Facebook, and tag a friend if you're watching me on Facebook, and also make sure that if you are on YouTube, you just copy the link and get people to subscribe and to also tune in. And the nicest part about YouTube is that you can always revisit this teaching and go back and search for it. Remember, today we are on the topic consistency part 2. Consistency is the key to success part 2. Excuse me. I don't know what happened now. I just went the other way. And I'm happy to spend the next few minutes of my time with you. And yeah, please like, share, comment, and let's get our world into this room. I believe that today it's going to be somebody's divine appointment, because there's certain things I'm going to be sharing that will guide you into, remaining consistent in your calling, in your journey with God, and your reason for breathing. So I believe that tonight is going to be very beneficial to you. I see also Tabo is also on YouTube. You know what? It's so exciting to see people watching there. And I have Refiled Ladi watching on YouTube as well. So excited. Good evening, guys. I'm so excited to see you there. And yeah, let's get on to the business of today. Last week, we took some time to deliberate on the topic titled Consistency is the Key to Success, but we dealt with the part 1 of this series. And I just want to do a quick recap before we get on to today's business. But we said that a consistent person is someone who, sorry, I'm just working on my volume here. So we said a consistent person is someone who always behaves in the same way and has the same attitudes toward people or things, or achieves the same level of success in something. We said that particular person is a consistent somebody. And it is the key to massive results and success. If you've got that key of consistency, you will have massive results and you will have success if you've got the key called consistency. And we said consistency is persistency. Now, if you missed this teaching of consistency, go to my YouTube channel. Make sure you search for it. It is written, consistency is the key to success. So that will be the part 1, but today we are on part 2. And it is a place of your power. Consistency is the place of your power. It is a place of your power, and it is being diligent. So you've got to be diligent, because consistency is the place of your power. That's what we shared last week. And also we said that success is not what we do once off. Success is not what we do once off. It erupts from what we do consistently. So meaning that you cannot be successful if you're going to do what you do once off. But success is doing what you do consistently without giving up, making sure that you wake up and you do what you do on a daily basis, unstoppably so. You do it on a daily basis, and nothing stops you. Nothing can stop you. That's being consistent. And we said also that small habits consistently performed over a long time are the keys to success. Small habits, being consistently performed over a very long time are the keys to success. They are the keys to success. And I see also we've got Lerato Dibito watching on YouTube. Welcome, Lerato. Good to see you. And we've got Mpoma Lubege watching on YouTube. Welcome, Mpo. Good to see you guys. I'm so excited to be seeing you guys. And also we said that consistency is discipline. It is discipline. The successful among us, what they do is that they sacrifice. The difference between people that succeed and the people that succeed is sacrifice. You must remember, if you're going to commit yourself to a certain cause and you're going to do that every single day, you must know that you're sacrificing certain things. There are people who just sleep the whole day. There are people who just watch TV the whole day. There are people who have no plans. They have no vision. They've got nothing. But there's somebody whom every single day they wake up and they look forward to their calling. They look forward to their calling. So it is very important to understand why you are on this earth, and you've got to work on that every single day to make sure that you will achieve your dreams, you will achieve the vision that you have, and you will succeed in every way you can. And we said that also that consistency is about spending a lot of time perfecting your skill. It is about spending a lot of time perfecting your skill. You must remember, everything that God gives us, He gives us in a form of a seed. He gives us in a form of a seed. Now, if you've got a gift, you must know that God gave it to you in a form of a seed, and you must work on it every single day. It is your dexterity, it is your prowess, it is your skill. So you must work on it every single day. Every single day, you must work on getting better. If you're a public speaker, work on speaking better every single day. You mustn't get used to your level. You mustn't. The moment you get used to your level, the moment you become comfortable with your level, you must know is the day you start deteriorating. So every single day, your greatest project is your yesterday. You must keep on looking on your yesterday and see, how can I improve my yesterday? So if I was speaking to the public yesterday, the best project for me today is to go back to yesterday and see how can I improve what I did yesterday. So it is very important. It is very important that you work on that. It is very important that you always work on your yesterday as your project. And in doing so, you'll be able to improve every single time you do it. But if you don't listen to yourself and you don't revisit what you did yesterday, I'm telling you, you will never succeed in what you do. You've got to always make sure that you do your level best and you work your best and making sure that you improve. Now, what I do as a preacher, I listen to my teachings. I listen to my preaching. If I preach tonight, later tonight or tomorrow morning, I must listen to that entire teaching to improve myself, to get better in what I do. If you don't listen to yourself, I'm telling you, you will never improve. And if you always speak publicly, you must record yourself. Develop a habit of recording yourself. Record yourself and listen to yourself and improve from that. You must improve from listening to yourselves, and you must improve from your yesterday. Your today must always be better than your yesterday. Otherwise, if you keep repeating the same mistakes, it means that you are not improving, you're not working on yourself. So it is very important that you do revisit your previous teachings or your previous public speaking sessions, you must make sure that you improve from your yesterday. Otherwise, you will never. That's why you must always make sure, always. We live in the era of gadgets. Today you've got cell phones, you've got iPads, you've got everything. Every time you go into the platform, every time you go into the stage, record yourself, and make sure from that platform you're going to listen to yourself. That person that listened to you today will not recognize you the next time they listen to you. They will see a total improvement. If they saw certain mistakes in your speaking abilities, next time they listen to you, they will see that you have improved. Why? Because you listen to yourself and you better yourself. So you must be consistent in your craft and work on it all the time. I just want to read some of the comments here. I see I've got welcome Poma Lubega, good to see you. And we've got also, I just want to check if there's somebody who's commented there. Oh, welcome, Tabang Langenitsote. It's good to see you, man of God. We are excited to have you on today's episode. And Tamim Konas, welcome, Tami, good to see you. Tami says, consistency is the key to success, part 2. Oh, he's actually reading, and he says, part 1 was truly amazing. Thank you for watching it, Tami. Thank you for watching it. For those of you who've just tuned in, you've got that episode on YouTube. You can catch up on it and check. Consistency is the key to success. And I have not titled it part 1, but it's consistency is the key to success. Today we have titled it part 2. So we have to constantly work on our craft in order to do best in our craft. It is very important that we continuously improve our craft. And we said that giving up is failing to be consistent. If you're going to give up, you are failing to be consistent. If you're going to give up, you're failing to be consistent. So don't give up on your craft. Don't give up on your assignment. Don't give up on that gift. Don't give up on your desire to succeed in life. Don't give up. If you are giving up, you are failing to be consistent. There was a quote by Kevin Durant that we shared last week. We said, hard work beats talent when talent fails to work. Hard work beats talent when talent fails to work. You might be talented, but if you fail to work and to work hard and to be committed to your craft, I'm telling you, people who work hard will beat you. They will beat you. Tony Robbins says, it's not what we do once in a while that shapes our lives, but it's what we do consistently. It is what we do consistently. And we also said that we shared the law of consistency, and we said it is motivation that gets you going, and discipline keeps you growing. It is discipline that keeps you growing. You will never grow unless you are disciplined. So you must discipline yourself. Be disciplined, and I'm telling you, you will see the fruits of your hard labor. You will see the fruits of your hard labor. It is very important. You must constantly work on your craft. You must constantly push yourself in order to achieve the results that you are aiming for. Now, let's go on to today's part 2. Today, we are focusing on part 2 of the same topic, and today I want to say to you that consistency is the critical driver for success. It is a critical driver for success. Without consistency, it will be very difficult for you to succeed. That is why it is critical for you to make sure that you are consistent in everything that you do. And you need to also know that to be consistent is to be dedicated to your goals. You might have goals, but if you are not dedicated to your goals, you will not succeed. If you are not dedicated to your goals, you will not succeed. You must be dedicated to your goals. And remember to interact with me, and also read my lower thirds there on the bottom of my screen. They might be guiding you on what to do, what to follow, what to like, and what to do along the process. So please interact with me, share the questions in the comments in the chat, and we will communicate. I will respond to your questions as well. And the man of God, Tabam Langeni, says, I will surely start recording myself, although I had a difficulty to hear myself preach. But I think it makes sense if you really want to improve yourself. Absolutely. You know what? That you cannot listen to somebody effectively if you can't listen to yourself. And I'll repeat that, Mr. Mlangeni. You cannot listen to somebody effectively if you cannot listen to yourself. You are your greatest project, so you must listen to you. The very first person that you must listen to is you. And if you do that, I'm telling you, you're gonna improve. You're gonna improve drastically. Because if you're making mistakes all the time you speak, you don't know that you're making mistakes. But every time you listen to yourself, you pick up that I have to improve on that. I have to improve on that. So always record yourself when you speak publicly. Always record yourself. And even if you're doing a podcast or you're going live on Facebook or YouTube, always make sure that you are the first one to go back and watch that teaching. Tabo says growth comes through a systematic and sequential procedure which should be applied daily. Absolutely. And Patricezo says most of us have goals, but few of us are dedicated. Absolutely. Not everyone is dedicated to the goals that they've set for themselves. And to be consistent is to keep your eyes on your target. You must know what you are aiming for. What are you aiming for? What is your dream? What is your biggest dream? Where do you want to see yourself in the next 5 years? Where do you want to see yourself in the next time, in the next 10 years? That thing must be your target. It must be your target. And consistency is keeping your eyes on the target. You must keep your eyes on where you want to go. Like, for instance, if my aim is to stay in Sentin one day, I must keep my eyes in Sentin. I must keep my eyes in that goal and to make sure that I push in every way I can to get there. If my aim is to run a bigger business tomorrow, it might be a particular business that you have in mind. You must set goals to get there. You must draw up the map to get there. And part of that map is consistency. The main GPS for that map is consistency. And it is to repeat the same routine daily. If you are consistent, you are repeating the same routine daily. If you are consistent, you must repeat the same routine daily. Maintain what you have started. Maintain what you have started. Many of us are good starters, but we are not great finishers. And that is why we start with a bang, and you're like, you know what, I want to do 1, 2, 3, and you know what, I'm gonna push with everything that I have. And the moment you get there, then you stop pushing. The moment you have started, you stop pushing. And that's the problem. That's why many people can start great things, but they don't finish what they start. So it is very important and crucial that you push with everything that you have. You must be committed. You must maintain what you've started. Maintain what you've started. Mr. Nkosi says, at first I didn't like my voice and it sounded as someone I don't know. Thank you to the advisement of God. Today I can listen to my voice. Absolutely. It is very important. And you must remember, if you can't listen to yourself, have you ever wondered about the people that listen to you all the time? Have you ever wondered, do people enjoy listening to you? If you don't enjoy listening to you, people won't enjoy listening to you. You must remember, charity begins at home. Everything begins with self. So you can't expect people to listen to you if you don't listen to yourself. You must remember, you reap what you sow. You reap what you sow. So now you'll find that there are people that every time they go onto the platform or onto the stage, somebody just looks on the sides or looks down and they just take a quick nap because they don't enjoy listening to you. Why? Because you don't even enjoy listening to yourself. So you are your first project. Listen to you. Sow that seed in your life. Listen to you and improve on your teachings. LeBron says, having a routine will push you to where you want to be. It levels an individual. I like that. It levels an individual. With consistency, you can achieve success in any field. Do you get what I'm saying? You can achieve success in any field. I don't know what field you are interested in. I don't know what you do for a living. But if you are consistent, you can have success in any field. You can have success in entertainment sphere. You can have success in the religious sector. You can have success in the public speaking sector. You can have success in the professional sector. If you are consistent, you can have success in any field. You must be consistent. This is what consistent people do. They put a consistent effort in what they do. They push until they go viral. I'm sure you like that. They push until they go viral. That's what I like about consistency. One day you will wake up and you will go viral. And once you go viral, that means everybody's talking about you. It means that you are trending. You cannot trend until you become consistent. You cannot trend until you become consistent. So you must be consistent in order for you to go viral. So consistent people, they push and they put a consistent effort in what they do, and they push until they go viral. Right? They push until they go viral. So you must be very consistent in order for you to go viral. We see Katleho has just joined in as well. Welcome, Katleho. Good to see you. And Katleho says, good evening, Pastor K and family. I decided to formulate a daily routine after seeing yours. I've never felt so good and productive in a long time. Daily routines are really of good help. I like that. I'm so inspired and excited about you having received what I taught you last time. And for me, it gives me great joy to see that now you are enjoying your daily routine because you've got something structured. That's how you're going to become effective. You're going to become productive because you've got a map that is guiding you on a daily basis. That's how we ought to lead our lives. That's how we have to live. And welcome Pumzile Petla, good to see you. And we have Mpo says, a great man once said, success is not always about greatness, it is about consistency. Good vibes. Absolutely, I do agree with you, Mpo. It is about consistency. And consistent people, what they do is that they push even when they don't see results. They push even when they don't see results. That's what I like about consistent people. They push even when they don't see results. You've got to make sure that you are consistent and keep on pushing. Even when you don't see results, you must remember you won't see results in the first day. You won't see results in the first month. You won't see results too soon. But what you are building your audience. You are becoming a content creator. And the moment you speak constantly and frequently, the more people begin to listen. They begin to start wanting to listen to you because everybody will say, you know what, this person is forever on the screens. This person is always online. This person is always posting on Facebook. Let me just read his post. Let me just listen to his stream, And you never know. You might have that particular person that can take you to places. I remember when I read the story of how, I think I heard it from Dr. Mike Meddock, and he said he was sharing on how Billy Graham, the late evangelist Billy Graham of blessed memory, got to go viral. He said that there was somebody who was at a funeral and he was listening at Billy Graham as he was officiating this funeral, and he was so impressed. He was so touched by how this man shares the word of God, and this person had a dominance in the entertainment industry, especially the radio industry. And he called somebody, and this is what they said to this person. They said, "Puff Billy Graham." That's what they said. Puff Billy Graham, meaning that elevate Billy Graham. I'm telling you, that was the rising of Billy Graham. They started playing Billy Graham on radio, and I'm telling you, that's how he rose to fame. So these things come when we are consistent. You never know who's going to listen to you tomorrow. You never know who's going to be in your meeting tomorrow. You never know who's going to be in that conference that you're going to be doing the opening or doing the closing. You never know who's going to be listening to you. But if you are consistent in what you are doing in your craft and working in your craft, I'm telling you, if you refine your craft and you develop it and you perfect your skill, I'm telling you, tomorrow somebody very important will listen to you. You don't know who's going to listen to this feed. You don't know who's going to go onto YouTube searching for this feed, searching for consistency, and they come across what I've shared, and they listen to me. They're like, you know what, I like this guy, and they start inboxing me. They direct message me and they say, listen, you know what, give me your details and all that. You never know. That's how people rise, but we rise through consistency. That's how we do this thing. And Mema Mlife says, if you don't give up, you will end up where, oh, my comments just went up. Okay, excuse me there. If you don't give up, you will end up where you want to be indeed. Even when people discourage you, don't focus on the naysayers. Don't focus on the naysayers. Those who say no, those who say you can't make it, don't listen to them. Don't listen to them. If you've got a vision and it is a God-given vision, focus on that vision. No matter who criticizes you, no matter who says no, continue doing it. I'm telling you, in the end, it will begin to yield forth fruits. Tabo says, when you click a gas heater, you have to click it until it gets ignited, no matter how long it takes. Absolutely. Once it gets ignited, the fire will not stop burning. Absolutely. I like the analogy, Tabo. And Taban says, you will never know who is in the room. Absolutely. You will never know who is in the room. And Patuchezo says, someone said, if you want to be great, you be able to stand the test of time, and during your testing season, you must not lose focus. You must keep on pushing. And Leboam Mathangu says, I did not know where to start regarding my godly assignment. I started recording myself, and I'm seeing a progress each and every day. It's a routine that's already opening doors for me. Consistency also requires you to network yourself with people who are already in the field you want to be in. Absolutely. I fully agree with you. I fully agree with you. And Patuchezo says, someone said to me, if you want to be great, you must be able to stand the test of time. And during your testing of season, you must remain focused. Absolutely. That's how it goes, Patuchezo. That's how it goes. That's how it goes. We have to make sure that we remain consistent in what we do. And listen to this. If you don't like what you are reaping, change what you are sowing. If you don't like the harvest, change the seed. I think I shared this in one of my teachings this past weekend, that people are complaining about not receiving results. But if you don't like what you are reaping, change your sowing. Are you sowing enough time in that craft? Every area that you want to benefit from, are you sowing enough in that area? You must remember, you will always reap what you sow. If you're spending less time in your gift, you will reap less from your gift. But if you're spending a lot of time in your gift, you will reap more from your gift. So if you don't like what you're reaping, change what you're sowing. Change what you're sowing. Consistency is powerful. It is powerful. It can shape your career. It can shape your career. If you're consistent in what you're doing, that level of consistency can shape your career. It can draw many people to want to hear from you, to want to listen to you, to want to give you an ear, because you are consistent in what you do. So if you are consistent, you can shape your career. Consistency can shape your marriage. If you are consistent in spending time with your family, in blessing your family, in making sure that you give them the attention and an ear for what they need, I'm telling you, you can shape your career if you're consistent in what you do for them. You must always make sure that you play your role as a family member in order for you to exert consistency in that area. And also, consistency, it can also shape your finances. Simply by being consistent, you can get to a level where your gift starts paying you. You must remember, before your gift starts paying you, you must start paying the gift. Can I say that again? Before your gift starts paying you, you must start by paying the gift, meaning that you've got to pay the price for that gift. The gift that you don't pay the price for, it will never benefit you. It will never yield forth results. You've got to pay the price for your gift. Your gift is not automatically refined. You must spend time on your gift. You must spend time on your gift. I said earlier that God gives you your gift in a raw form. He gives it to you in a raw form. You must keep on refining it. You must refine it every single time. Every time you work on your gift, you are refining it. You are developing it. You are getting better and better with time. It will not get better just like that, but it gets better with time. It gets better with time. So you must make sure that you refine that gift, and you will get better with time. Taban says, wow, if you don't like what you are reaping, change your sowing. That's powerful. Absolutely. And Katlego says, I'm streaming on your YouTube with my whole family. This teaching is blessing my mom so much. She won't stop commenting. She is absolutely enjoying this. Welcome to your mom, and we are excited to have her on today's stream. Thank you for tuning in. We love you guys. And also understand this, that if you're consistent in everything that you do, sooner or later, you will reap the rewards from your level of consistency. People don't make it in life because they don't pay attention to their gifts. They don't pay attention to their craft. They don't pay attention to what they do on a daily basis. But if you give it attention, if you're consistent in giving it attention, sooner or later, it will begin to yield forth results. And also understand that consistent hard work leads to long-term results. Consistent hard work leads to long-term results. We need long-term results. We need long-term results. And I'm going to give you the 10 keys of staying consistent. 10 keys of staying consistent. Number one, be disciplined. Be disciplined. To be disciplined is to have self-control. To be disciplined is to have self-control. If you are not disciplined, you will not be successful. You will not be successful. That's why you must write these down. Number one, you must be disciplined. If you're going to succeed and you want to be consistent, you must be disciplined. There are days you won't feel like doing what you do on a daily basis, but discipline will make you do it. There are days you won't feel like waking up because you would feel that, you know what, you want to relax your body, but discipline will wake you up. There are days you won't feel like jogging in the morning, but discipline will wake you up. There are days you won't feel like going to the gym, but discipline will wake you up and take you to the gym. It's all about discipline. If you don't have discipline, you will never do it. You will never do it. I mean, we are believers, some of us, and if there's one area that people are not consistent, is the area of fasting and prayer. And you find that somebody's fasting today, but tomorrow they drop it because they feel that, you know what, I can't take it anymore. That you are lacking discipline. To fast will require your discipline. Everything you're going to do in life is going to require your discipline. There are days I will not feel like preaching, but discipline will take me to preaching, to the platform. There are days I don't feel like praying, but discipline will take me to the prayer room. Discipline. It's all about discipline. If you don't have discipline, you don't have self-control. And that's what you need to work on. Work on that area. Discipline. Discipline. Memam Lefe says, very true, man of God. I love today's episode. It blesses me. God bless you, Memam Lefe. And Patricia says, most of us love to complain concerning harvest, but we don't look at the seed we are sowing. Absolutely. To be disciplined is a personal decision one has to make. Yeah. Bafana Nkosi says, powerful. Sow into your gift before expecting anyone to do so. And before it can provide for you, one great man has taught me that as much as one can, he must sow more to his gift and vision. Absolutely. Absolutely. Tabo says your mind has to be stronger than your feeling. Absolutely. Your mind must be stronger than your feelings. It must be stronger than your feelings. That's discipline. Number two, be accountable. Be accountable. Be accountable. Many of us are lacking the area of accountability. That is why I am a believer today. I'm Christian today. 2 years later, I'm no longer Christian. I'm not accountable. I'm not accountable to the one I gave my life to. If you're going to be a successful Christian, you must be accountable to Jesus. He must be the Lord of your life. He must be the master of your life. If you're not accountable today, you are on fire for Jesus. 2 years later, you're no longer on fire for Jesus because you're not accountable. You need accountability. If you're accountable to your gift, you'll always want to push it. You always want to work on it. Accountability will cause you to work without being supervised by anyone. Now, many of us are failing to make progress because we are failing to be diligent because there's no supervisor, and we are failing to supervise ourselves. But accountability will cause you to supervise yourself. I mean, I'm self-employed, and I'm employed by God as well. And if I don't do anything, nothing's going to happen. So I have to be accountable. I have to be accountable to God. I have to be accountable to myself as well. I have to be accountable to my gift and my craft. If I'm not accountable, I will never succeed. I will never make it, and I will never be consistent. So you must be accountable. That's number 2. You must be accountable. Level 1 says discipline requires you to miss out on the things you are comfortable in. Absolutely. Absolutely. Welcome, Ayanda Mukhadi. Good to see you, my girl. Ayanda says, so powerful, man of God. And number 3, you must be responsible. You must be responsible. You must be responsible. Now, preaching to others is simple. Preaching to others is simple. But reflecting what you preach is another. Can I repeat that again? Preaching to others is simple. But reflecting what you preach is another. It is very difficult to reflect what you preach. That's why there's a saying that goes, practice what you preach. You know what? Anyone that goes onto the stage and onto the platform, I'm telling you, it's easy to be articulate. It's easy to say all the nice things. But the question is, are you living up to the nicest things that you are saying on the platform? Are you living up to the nicest things that you are saying on the stage? You must be able to reflect what you say when you're on the stage. If you don't reflect what you are saying on the stage, I'm telling you, you're just wasting time. That is why number 3 is that you must be responsible. Yes, Katlewa, I like that. You must walk your talk. You must walk your talk. There are people, if you know that I'm going to be going onto the platform, they spend time preparing. They spend time preparing because you know what? I'm going to be standing in front of people. But are you really walking the talk? Are you really doing what you're asking people to do? Are you really being an inspiration as you're trying to inspire others? Are you inspiring yourself, number 1? That's the thing. It's easy to say all those nice things and good things, but doing them, it's another. Doing them, it's another. So preaching to others is very simple, but reflecting what you preach, it's another. Be responsible. To be responsible is to walk the talk. It is to be reliable. It is to be reliable. To be responsible is to be reliable. You must be reliable. You must be reliable. Absolutely. I agree with you, Patuchezo. Patuchezo says the best sermon to preach is the lifestyle you live. And Tabo Maimani says words can buy an aeroplane, so it's easy to fake words, but hard to fake character. Yeah, absolutely. Lebuan says, excuse me, you need to be honest to yourself before you impress and motivate people. Charity begins at home. All starts with you. Everything starts with you. You cannot take me to where you have not been. You cannot take me to where you have not gone to. Number 4, keep your eyes on your why. Keep your eyes on your why. What is your why? What is your why? Your why is why God brought you onto this earth. That's your why. You must keep your eyes on the reason why you are here. Many of us, we focus on the how. Actually, we need not to forget to focus on the how. We must focus on the why. The how belongs to God. The why belongs to you. Can I say that again? The how belongs to God, but the why belongs to you. Many of us, we tend to focus on the how. Yes, I want to be a businessman, but how am I going to start? Yes, I want to make a lot of money, but how am I going to start? You are starting wrong. You must first discover your why. What is your why? Are you a business person? Are you called to be a public speaker? Are you called to be an artist? Are you called to be a doctor? Are you called to be a lawyer? That's your why. Once you've got your why, leave the how to God. God knows how he's going to do it. You and I don't know how our breakthrough is going to come because that does not belong to us. It belongs to God. What we need to focus on, you and I, is our why, which is the gift. Deal with the why. Work on the why. And once you excel in your why, I'm telling you, you will do greater things through your why. You must be very diligent in what you do. You must be very consistent. Focus on your why. By focusing on your why, you are being clear on why you do what you do. If I may ask you that question, why do you do what you do? Why do you do what you do? I do what I do because God called me to do this. That's why I do it. And I do it because I want to reach as many people as I can for the kingdom of God. I want to reach as many people as I can for the kingdom of God. I know my why. That's why I do what I do. Perfect your why and be able to articulate what you do. You must be able to articulate what you do. It's one thing to say, I'm a salesperson, but you can't sell. It's one thing to say, I am an evangelist, but you can't win even one soul. It's one thing to say, I am a preacher, but you've got a fear of going on stage. You must be able to perfect your why. If you have discovered your why, you must perfect it. Be able to articulate what you do. Be able to articulate what you do. If you can't articulate what you do, then what you are doing is not yours. You must be able to articulate. You must be able to sell yourself in the area that you have expertise in. You must be able to sell yourself. I just want to check the comments here. Refuller says, my favorite quote, Joe Clark, discipline is not the enemy of enthusiasm. I like that. And Mpoma Lubege says, there's a book I was reading. It says, success is a result, not a goal. Because every action is an equal reaction of moving in the opposite direction. Wash hands. Wow. Awesome. And Tabo says, I do what I do because I don't want to see anyone in hell. When I had the chance to deliver them out. Absolutely. You know your why. You must know your why. Number 5, decide what you're going to do with your life and stick to it. Many of us, we're just trying to do everything. Decide what you're going to do with your life and stick to it. Stick to that path. I've decided this is what God has called me to do. I've decided this is what I'm going to do for the rest of my life. This is what I'm going to do for the rest of my life. Decide what you're going to do and stick to it for the rest of your life. Pumzile says, I never knew my why until I was saved. The why is really discovered in Christ because he is our maker. The why is not easily discovered if you are in the world. Absolutely. I always say, Pumzile, when you seek Christ, you discover you. That means you are hidden in him. And until you seek his face, you will never find you. When I began to seek God, I found Pastor K. I found the real me. It was in seeking him that I got to discover who I really was. I never knew what I know about me today back then because I didn't know Jesus. But the moment I was saved and I sought for him with everything in me, with every fiber of my being, I got to discover myself. It was in seeking him that I found me. It is very important. It is very important that you know who you are and why you're doing what you're doing. Bless you, Tabang Mlangeni Soteti says, I am receiving so much. Bless you, sir. Bless you, sir. Bless you, sir. Invest your time and energy in what you feel you're called to do. Invest your time and your energy in it. Number 6, be intentional about your daily schedule. Be intentional about your daily schedule. That's what Katlego was sharing earlier on. You've just now got to a point where you have designed and structured your daily schedule. Now you must be intentional about it. You must be intentional about it. And consistency has immense power. It has immense power. What does it do? It sharpens your attention. It sharpens your attention. That's what consistency does. It sharpens your attention. You must make sure that you are consistent in order to sharpen your attention. There's a quote by Stephen Covey. Stephen Covey said, don't prioritize your schedule, but schedule your priorities. I like that. Don't prioritize your schedule, but schedule your priorities. What are your priorities? What are your daily priorities? Schedule those priorities. Don't prioritize your schedule, but schedule your priorities. Because if you focus on the priorities, you will always get results. Build your life around your priorities. That's what you have to live. That's how you have to live. Build your life around your priorities. You must build your life around your priorities. And number 7, ignore that lazy voice called feelings. Hey, that one is a killer for many people. That lazy voice called feelings. I don't feel like waking up. I wanted to work on my books today. I wanted to read, but I feel lazy today. I'm telling you, you will never do anything great. Ignore that voice called feelings. It is a lazy voice. Don't listen to feelings. Don't listen to feelings. Feelings will deceive you. If you listen to feelings, you won't wake up. You will sleep until 1 in the afternoon. You won't wake up. You won't work on your craft. You will always postpone. You will always procrastinate. You will never succeed. Ignore that lazy voice called feelings. Number 8, be faithful in small things over time. Be faithful in small things over time. Don't underestimate your daily efforts. Never underestimate your daily efforts. Don't. Make sure that you are faithful in small things over time. There are little things, that we do on a daily basis. Number 1, for instance, you might just be posting something on social media just to encourage somebody. And you are a motivational speaker, maybe you're a life coach, and never underestimate your posting that feed for that particular day. If you're going to do it consistently, you're going to build an audience very quickly. But if you do that thing once in a while, you won't build an audience. And how would people know that you motivate? How would people know? How would people know that you encourage people? You exhort people. How would they know if you're not consistent? So don't underestimate being faithful in small things over time. There are people who will wake up every morning just looking forward to check what you have posted today because they are always encouraged by your posts. I remember back in the days when I started out as a motivational speaker, there were people who would inbox me every single day and say, you know what? I wake up looking forward to your posts every single day. And every time I read your posts, I'm going to enjoy my day. Now, imagine if I did that occasionally and not all the time. It's very important that we maintain the focus and the pace in order for it to yield forth fruit. Taban says, shared the scripture, Acts 17:28, for in him we live, in him we move and exist. As some of your own poets have said, we are his offspring. Absolutely. Yeah. Tabo says feelings are chemical, which means they come and go. That's why it's not hard to start to pray, but it's hard to continue praying. Absolutely. And yeah, I fully agree with my wife. She says procrastination is a demon. That thing can steal from you. It can steal so much from you. It can steal so much from you. Number 9, fall in love with your process and not just the moment you're waiting for. That's where many of us make a mistake. Fall in love with your process and not just the moment you're waiting for. Many of us fall in love with the breakthrough that we are waiting for. You're falling in love with that job that you want. You're falling in love with that house that you want to buy. You're falling in love with that car that you want to drive. But you are not falling in love with the process that will take you there. And that's where we lose it. That's where we miss it. So here's the thing. Fall in love with your process and not just the moment you're waiting for. Scripture says, in due season, you will reap the rewards if you do not faint. You will reap the rewards if you do not give up. We only reap the rewards if we don't give up. In due season, you will reap the rewards if you do not faint. If you do not faint. When do results come? If we don't faint. How many of us do faint? How many of us do that? How many of us give up? How many of us give up? We must be consistent in everything that we do. We must be consistent in everything that we do. Number 10, make peace with the fact that success does not come with what you do occasionally, but what you do consistently. Make peace with that. Make peace with that. That success is not a once-off thing. It's what you do consistently. I've gotten to number 10, and I just want to give you the free advice before I leave. Number 1, make the decision to never give up. Number 1 of the advice I'm giving every person watching me now, the audience. Make the decision to never give up. Make the decision to never give up. Number 2, remain consistent and steadfast. Remain consistent and steadfast. Number 3, God rewards diligence. That's all that God rewards. He rewards diligence, nothing else. He rewards diligence. And lastly, don't forget to invest in my book. If you have not yet purchased my book, I want to show it to you so that you can invest in it. If you don't have this book, The Call of God, get yourself a copy. Let's see if it, okay. Must remember, to me, it's like the other way around. Okay. Invest in this copy, The Call of God. Remember, every one of us is called. Not only pastors are called. Each and every person on this planet Earth is called. By virtue of you walking here on Earth, you are called to planet Earth. And make sure that you purchase this book. You can direct message me, and we will do the transaction and get the book to you. It's only $200. It will bless you, and make sure to get this book. And for those of you who have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, you can do so and watch any of my teachings on my YouTube channel. Subscribe to Pastor Neo Khoaripe on YouTube. And also, if you are on Facebook, I am Neo Khoaripe on Facebook. And please share the feed. If you are on Facebook, share the feed so that people that follow you can also feed from what we have shared today. Thank you for tuning in for today's mentorship session. I believe you're blessed by it. Just tag somebody in the comments and make sure that they also tune in, or copy the link my YouTube link and send it to somebody. They can watch it at a later stage. It's available on YouTube. And also, my teachings are also on Facebook. It was so great ministering to people on YouTube today. And we believe we're going to be doing it going forward. So remember, we are streaming every Wednesday, 7 p.m. on YouTube and on Facebook. God bless you. Thank you for tuning in.